Well, slow pitch participation in Kamloops is big, with well over 100 teams active in leagues. It's the largest organized adult sport in the city. For years now, City Council has promised slow pitch enthusiasts a new multi-diamond facility to help accommodate league play and tournaments. We'll examine the issue and the status of the new facility in a two-part series. Today we look into the state of slow pitch in Kamloops. Slow pitch is a very popular sport. Over 4,000 adults play in an organized league in the Kamloops area. The biggest complaint players have is the field conditions. There's no facility in our area designed for the sport. Adult teams from beginner to competitive are playing on elementary school fields designed for kids.
We play all of our games across the city. Okay, we're the biggest league in town, so therefore we have to use all the facilities available to us. Half the games are on school diamonds, which are not ideal to say the least.
Well, they've been playing on the same diamonds for a number of years, and to be honest, we don't receive an awful lot of complaints. Obviously, they're playing on school district fields which are designed for kids. They're not designed for the level of competition that some of these teams are putting on them.
The conditions are poor at many of the diamonds, and there are often obstacles such as trees and goalposts in the field of play. Outfielders are often overlapping with each other on the small fields. It all adds up to extra danger.
Well, we do have some good, decent diamonds here in Kamloops, but as you can see behind me, this is what mostly we play on our schoolyard fields that crisscross. Lots of holes, sprinklers, lots of leg and foot injuries that we come across here playing slow pitch here in Kamloops, unfortunately.
Another problem for Kamloops slow pitch is the lack of a facility for tournaments. Organizations such as SPN and the NSA run all sorts of provincial and national tournaments in BC. Canada's tournament capital, though, does not have a proper facility to host such events.
We don't have any of those tournaments. We used to have it years and years ago, as I was told before I moved here, but we have no SPN or NSA or any types of qualifiers of those type of tournaments here in Kamloops currently. But we do have them in Kelowna, Merritt, and other cities nearby, which is kind of interesting that we don't have one here in Kamloops.
We'd like to have more teams come to town, and yes, as a business person, have them stay in town. You know, here for 3 or 4 or 5 days, a long weekend. It's ideal. They get to see our city and all the other amenities we have. You can say you're tournament capital of wherever, but you need the facilities.
Other towns smaller than ours are hosting major tournaments. Vernon's Fantastic Tournament hosts around 300 teams and generates $7.3 million for the local communities involved. Revelstoke's Kokanee Glacier Challenge hosts 140 teams in August. That tourney brings in close to $7 million as well. The city knows we are missing out on some major revenue.
That's definitely an area that we're really wanting to encourage activity, and we need the facilities. As we've shown when we build them, they do come. So we're just waiting for what can happen with slow pitch.
A fourplex would work here in Kamloops. We'd definitely be able to run a 24-team tournament, but the project was projected to give us 10 ball fields, which would be even better.
The city does have a plan in place for a new slow pitch facility. It is part of the last phase of the Tournament Capital project. 100 acres of land have been set aside in Rayleigh at the old penitentiary. We'll update the progress of that project in Part 2 tomorrow. Yesterday we examined the state of adult slow pitch in Kamloops. The main shortfall is a lack of quality diamonds. Over 100 league teams are using all sorts of inappropriate diamonds around town. Many are designed for kids. The lack of a facility is also hurting Canada's tournament capital. Kamloops is missing out on major revenue because it cannot host the big slow pitch events. The city has promised help. There are plans for a new multi-diamond slow pitch facility in Rayleigh. The Tournament Capital project is moving into the final phase, slowly. For a few years now, the city has been talking about Softball City, a new state-of-the-art slow pitch facility for Kamloops. The first hurdle was finding a location.
We have put a plan together. We've been working on that plan for at least 8 years already, and the biggest problem we had was finding 100 acres. Well, we found the 100 acres. Now we have to work through the politics of those 100 acres, and patience is a virtue.
Last November, the city, the province, and the Kamloops Indian Band signed an agreement to develop a new multi-purpose complex at the old Rayleigh Penitentiary site. 10 slow-pitch diamonds would be run by the city, a new RV park would be run by the KIB, and a new Kamloops exhibition grounds would be included. Slow pitch enthusiasts have been anxiously waiting for the development to start this spring.
I figured they would have been breaking ground by now and doing some surveys and getting it ready to go, but as you can see, they've done nothing. If I want to be honest, I would say after the year 2010, when the Olympics are over, I mean, you might see the BallFields here, the way things are going, because it's not a priority to City Council.
So far, some of the behind-the-scenes work has been done. An environmental assessment and an examination of the structures on the site at Rayleigh have been completed.
We know what the site is. There's been lots of testing done on the site. We're really not worried about anything that has been talked about there. There are a couple of hot spots, as they were, but they should be easily contained with when we do our construction project.
The city is now trying to figure out how to best provide entry to the site and how to service the area. The final plans for the project have been delayed because new facilities may be added to the 112 hectares. A new trade show complex and rugby fields may be worked into the mix.
Our plans are fairly simplistic with ball diamonds. I mean, it's just moving dirt and putting up backstops at this point, and we know how to do that. But issues of location, road connection, access, water, sewer, you know, other members of who else is going to be on the site, how they're going to access the site, how they're going to want to use the site. Those are all the things we're working on right now. And then the actual construction drawings will get done and we'll move forward.
The slow pitch community is excited about the facility at Rayleigh, but they do have some concerns about the location.
It's going to be a problem. You know, everybody's trying to cut down the amount of traveling, the gas. When you're moving up and living up in Aberdeen and driving all the way out to Rayleigh, there and back. Fortunately, we play double headers on Sunday nights, so you're there for a couple of games. But for the individuals that go out for one game, and if you're sparing, you may play 4 or 5 innings in a game. Not too worth it.
Well, that's the big misconception. I mean, we're in Rayleigh, and Rayleigh is part of Kamloops, and it's basically 10 minutes from Rayleigh to get to the downtown core. If we left here right now, we'd be at the site in approximately 12 minutes. We've timed it.